everyone, and welcome to Let's Chat with Kristian Joy. I'm Ruth and we are both the Sandhurst Youth Ministry team for the diocese. I'm really excited. We've had Kristian in the office for 6.5 weeks now.
That's right.
And this is an amazing opportunity for me to introduce her to you as we start really getting out there and putting some things in place. And we're really excited about some of the events that we've got coming up. Are you excited?
Yeah, super. Especially the rally coming up.
Yeah, so we've got a stronger rally coming up, which you'll know all about really soon. So stay tuned for that. But before we go any further, talking about any of those kind of things, Kristian, tell us, tell me, tell everyone else a little bit about yourself. Who are you? Big question.
Yeah. So I was born in the Philippines, but our family moved to Melbourne when I was 2 turning 3. So pretty much grew up there. Have 2 brothers, and I was cradle Catholic. Went to Catholic primary school, high school, and then I studied pharmaceutical sciences in university for a number of years. So 3 years undergrad, 1 year honours, and then 4 years PhD. So
a lot of time studying.
A lot of time studying.
So you probably got some really cool study tips for people, maybe?
Cool study tips. Oh, I haven't studied in a while, but I think the best advice I would give is to take time to plan and use your time effectively. Because time is precious, and also to sleep. Make sure you have the right amount of sleep, I think.
Especially before an exam, right?
Yeah.
I always know when I've got an exam or an assignment due, I would get very little sleep in the lead up, and it would mean that I wasn't at the top of my game when I'm actually doing that work. But
it's awful.
It's awful, but it's easier said than done sometimes.
Yeah, especially in our busy lives. So knowing your priorities and getting enough sleep and staying healthy as well.
Yeah.
Because that helps with everything overall.
Yeah, true. So, it's a little bit about yourself. You've got such a fascinating background, and obviously science was not necessarily it's not the career path that people would normally follow to end up in youth ministry.
No.
So what led you to joining the youth ministry team?
That's a really good question, and it's also something that surprised me because that was never really one of my dreams or plans for my life. But after the number of years studying, I was very passionate in science, but then also towards the end of my PhD, I was looking for an opportunity overseas, and something came up in Norway. So I actually did a postdoc research there, but just before I left, that's when I started feeling that fire in my heart to be involved with the Catholic young adults circle in Melbourne City. So that's really where it all started. But I was a bit scared to before moving there, because knowing Norway only has 3% Catholics.
Yeah, right.
So I was a bit worried, okay, decided to get deeper in my faith slowly, of course. But then, I was really surprised. God surprised me so much when I got there, and I was welcomed with a really loving community in the cathedral in Oslo, so the main, the capital city of Norway. So it was such a wonderful experience, such an eye-opener, and that really helped me to see, embrace my humanity as well.
Yeah.
To really, instead of just being in the lab all the time, working with instruments or other scientists, to really appreciate interacting with people, especially young people. Yeah. So I was really inspired by the youth ministry over there in Norway, especially the young people. They were so zealous for their faith, and they really drove everything that they did with the support of the community and the parish priests. So that was really inspiring. And then I guess, when I came back to Australia, that left me thinking as well, like, I think my time in science is closing in a way, or at least I didn't have that same passion before. But then it was replaced by this new passion for my faith and really sharing that with others. And that led me to spend some time just thinking about, where does God want me in my life? And I discerned a religious life for some time, and then particularly with the Dominican Sisters of St. Cecilia, so whose apostolate is teaching. So I actually did not have a dream of becoming a teacher. So there again, God surprised me, and that led me to pursue a career path in teaching, at least for a little while. So that was earlier this year, and that led me to find this great joy in working with young people, even while teaching science, so not really related to faith, but that's still something that was burning inside of me deep down. So then the opportunity opened up in the Diocese of Sandhurst as youth ministry worker, and I felt God calling me here. So super excited.
Yeah, well, I'm super excited you're here. It's wonderful to have your passion and your joy and your enthusiasm here. Just already, it's definitely something I'm noticing. But what I find really fascinating is how many similarities in your story there are to my story about how I ended up in youth ministry. Because it took moving to London and back for me to sort of to see it as something that could be a possibility for everything. And with the teaching background and with all of these different interests that I had, yours might have been science, mine was drama, and they didn't necessarily naturally lead you to youth ministry, but they inform every element of drama informs so much of what I do about storytelling and how important that is. And I can imagine there are elements of science that would inform how you do things in some way. If nothing else, your way of following through on a project is just phenomenal.
Oh, wow. It's incredible, this opportunity for both of us to actually step outside of our comfort zones and leave our homes to go on the other side of the world to encounter Jesus in the different experiences there, and then also allowing us to use the gifts that he's given us to really share that with others. So I love hearing about other people's journeys and encounters.
We connect through stories, and I think that's by telling our stories and sharing them, we really do form human connections, and that's so important. Okay, so you come to Sandhurst. You're a part of the team so far. The team of two people. Would you like to join the team? There's a job vacancy.
Yes.
We would love you to get in touch. But what has been your highlight so far? I know it's been a short time, but what has been the highlight so far of being here?
My highlight so far was a couple of weeks back, Ruth and I went on a road trip around the diocese, so to visit, although we couldn't really go inside the schools, but to have an idea of the geographic of all the Catholic high schools around the diocese. So that was just such a fruitful experience, and to actually drive around the countryside, just beautiful landscapes, and also saw the cows in Shepparton, all the fake cows, or they have real cows and real cows. So that was fun. But it really gave me an excitement to working with the young people and teachers of all the schools that next year, hopefully early on.
Hopefully. We really are hoping that next year we'll be able to get out and visit the schools again. We've missed you guys. I've missed you all. I'm really looking forward to getting out there. But I really loved just driving around the diocese. It's the first time I had been to some of these places since February. And it was so amazing to go and go from, I think we visited 11 schools across 3 days, because we did the Bendigo schools one day and then we hopped in the car and stopped by almost all of the secondary schools. We didn't quite make it to St. Anne's because we were doing deliveries for the Year 12 students. St. Anne's and Doxa in Bendigo and Barinya in Wangaratta. We haven't been to those places yet, but we'd love to. Invite us.
Yes, we'd be happy to come.
But going around and visiting all these places and getting to Wodonga and Wangaratta and Yarrawonga, Echuca, I missed getting out and about. It's something that I really love being able to do. I actually think I've got a real soft spot for Myrtleford. I really love driving up that way, up into the mountains. I mean, there may be a reason why the theme for Sandhurst Youth Ministry this year was Greater Heights.
Yes.
I think there is something so powerful in the mountains. So I'm glad I got to show you some of the area, and we'll get to go back. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back in no time, hopefully.
Okay, so one last question for you. So highlight driving around, but what are you most excited about?
Well, I'm really excited about journeying with the young people, you guys, in your faith journey, with getting to know Jesus closely and to really inviting him into your lives, and in the future, moving forward together as one. Yeah.
So exciting. No, this has been a really, really quick introduction to Kristian, or a little bit longer than I anticipated, but it's still a quick introduction to this wonderful, wonderful person who is full of joy. So I think there was like some divine providence in your name, Kristian Joy. It's just such a beautiful thing that you bring. So I'm really looking forward to everyone in the diocese being able to actually meet you, and for you to meet them, because I think you've got a lot to offer. But as we wrap up, I want to put the offer out there to everyone, or the request. Send us your questions. If you would like to ask Kristian any questions about herself or her faith, or just anything, you could ask her what's your favourite colour?
Oh, I don't have just one, I have 3. So purple, orange and teal.
Nice. So you don't have to ask her that question. In case you're wondering, my favourite colour is pink. It's the best. But yeah, send us your questions. If you've got any for me as well, you're more than welcome to send them in, and we will organise to do another chat and really let you guys know us a little bit more. So thank you very much, and let's get back to work.
Yes, let's go. Let's do it.